When you know, you know. Yeah, this is a knowing different. I don't know now. It's like I can see it all, but now it's every day I'm like, oh, connecting. And I promise you, people, the spiritual aspect of this, of you, the soul, you are on a soul journey and you truly are a child of God. You're exploring his creation with him at the same time. The Bible playing out, yeah, but Bible was like second draft, third draft, fourth draft. Technology is our Bible now. The movies, Hollywood, the movies itself is just an ongoing biblical truth, just sharing truth, not about one event, the truth, the whole world, bringing everyone's awareness to a full connection now. And it started with the Bible, and you're going to see that this will make more sense for people to grasp once you start viewing it. And I'm going to have to say it's 5D, let's say 4D. And that'll make sense too. Not all these wishy-washy interpretations of it. 4D is quite easy. It's levels. We're just going down the levels, and you're going to see how people have had more control. When you're going to hear about intelligence and how they drew maps and all the different things that you can't, how they made the pyramids and how they made these structures so big. All of it's going to make complete sense when you see this. So the first word I want you all to take in today is spirals. Spirals. And even the logos. Like, this whole plan has been mapped out by people. And it had to be through God's working through people. So the people didn't know what they were doing half the time. Creation. But spirals. Flat earth. That topic. I'm going to show you also. Here's another thing. When you change the perspective is also levels. Dimensions. I'm going to show you how God's creation outside of ourselves, like buildings, like symbols, are actually an extension of us too. As soon as you start viewing life like that too, it makes sense. So a pyramid, let's start with a pyramid. You are a pyramid. If you looked at your body, the point at the top is your head. And if you looked at the eye in the sky, that's above your head. That's your spiritual being. That's God. That's your soul. If you then look at the Christ consciousness, Jesus had a sun above his head. That's his halo. So that's the all-seeing eye. That's the spiritual being. The all-seeing eye then comes down, comes into the temple, goes through the mind first, the mind's eye, the all-seeing eye, the third eye. Then it's like a bungee jump. You go all the way down to the bottom. And then as you come back up, you're learning your lessons. So as you come back past the heart center, which is 4D, but it's mind, is love and creation. And this is, as soon as you get above love and creation, and you can look at it everywhere. Anyone that's coming at you now, angry, triggered, frustrated, argumentative, they're not in 4D, that space. So you can leave them down there. Look, if you want to come up, meet me at love, meet me at peace, meet me at joy. If not, I'm now viewing it downwards from a spiritual aspect. I'm still on the same level as them, but they're not coming up to my space, and I'm definitely not going down there. That's hard work. It's taken me a while to get back up here again. And then there's the God space right at the top. And the thing is, God space, people, and many of you are now hitting that in the meditations. God space cannot be explained to people unless they're there. And what I realize now, if we look at the overall story, the way that the world had formed, and we start with Israel again, you're going to see it all clearly today. The way that the world was formed, it was a yin and a yang, and there would have been people in that time that couldn't connect with God. And you got people like Jesus, like Rick Slick walking around and stuff, everyone attracted to him, and they're like, I can't even do that myself. And then they go after people like that. Creation. Everything in this world is creation. If people can't get into the God space, because that's the free will, the will of the man, that's where you have to do the work. Then you always can only take the truth of other people. So this duality is going to come in really beneficial today as well. And if you're not in that heart space anyway, that's creativity. This may really be struggling for some people to even grasp. Oh, bullshit, rubbish, no way, that's not true. Any sort of reaction like that, instantly, you're not up there at all. Because love is being open to all things, hearing it out first. And I'm confident that people will stay on this call today, because even people that have got themselves stuck in difficult situations, everyone that's stuck in this human experience, like life and death, as soon as you see the higher perspective, you're going to go, oh my God, we come back again. But this time we know. When we get stuck in 3D, it's when we die. And because at that moment, we're not aware, we're unconscious, we come back again in a 3D body again. We choose, but it's all like we have to remember. If we get out of thinking from the body and come straight to the soul, you're going to see everything changes. Everything. And you live life in 3D because we chose the human experience, but you're taking everything you're creating in your meditations, the soul, the speed of light. The light shows you the way, Christ. When you're conscious, you are Christ. Christ conscious. That's 2 levels down. Then Christ conscious inside the body. That's 3 levels down. It's magic, people. So 2 steps up, 2 steps down, 1 step up. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. If you change the direction of it, it's the same format every time. So I'm going to play straight away. I'm going to get into it. I've got a nice number of people watching on there. So again, set and placement. Place in your mind today. If your mind gets triggered, instantly that's ego. You're not in that love space. Love is just being calm, enjoyment. I'm going to ask people to start looking around now when you are bringing information into your psyche, when you're bringing information into your mind. You are a gatekeeper now. Are you taking on the information from the energy that is delivered to you from the gatekeepers, from the truth tellers? Because the information is still the information. Your perception of it has to change, is the way you're viewing it from your vantage point. Because when people say we and our and they and them, we're not always talking from the same team. So because you are always listening from your viewpoint, they say they are bad, the Freemasons. You think we're on the same team, say they are bad. Freemasons, after this explanation today, you're going to see that's why they've been hiding it from us. It's God. It's all God. Freemasons, they leave the clues in plain sight. Yeah, for us. Because it's an ongoing story and we get a choice. Every time we come back, actually, I'm going to take some time out this time. I'm going to enjoy my experience of why I come here. And I think once people get a taste of that God space, of the overall war, you'll start seeing there's so much more meaning. Every day you're learning about yourself. You're remembering all the things that took place in your life and why they've come back to you at this time. So yeah, it's magic. I love the way you look at words. It's completely changed my perspective on them. Once I'm loving recently is impossible. I'm possible. Yeah, I love that. Even change I am. The I am is the confirmation. You say it 3 times. Nothing can stop that. And I realize as well, people, you've always been guided by God. Always. Your whole life, you've been put into these pockets of darkness. You just blend in. And people know that you're God's child from a spiritual aspect. There's evil people that do everything they can to corrupt you. But you have to give them a reason to. So if you turn up yourself, you treat everyone the same way, you show interest and time, you appreciate them, you notice them, you'll end up finding that certain people stay with you as long as they can, or they leave you because you're too nice to even disrupt. The moment your ego gets in, or you badmouth them, or you chat about them with your friend, just know those words are getting around, and it gives them a reason now, right, I'm going to screw them over at some point. We don't know that cause and effect they control. They put the words in your mouth, the legal system. They get you to volunteer to do things. It's all unlawful. Mortgages, parking tickets, insurance. It's all free will. The word is the law. So I resonate. I'm going to hope you're going to carry this resonation all the way through this. So let me just get straight into it. So peeps, it's great watching Donald Trump. It's great watching the movie. Use it as the movie, as educational purposes too. Actually watch that part of the movie, because half of it is events that's already taken place. A lot of it is completely made up. I'm going to go even one further, that Russia, China, USA, UK have had people from the start, and I'm going to say the start of the 1776 era, for this plan in the making. So all these war conflicts between us, I'm going to say there was a partnership going on a long time ago. It's amazing. Right, let's get on.